Gabriel Jesus is an absolute star. Yes, people, football in Arsenal beaten FC Nurnberg 5-3 on the opening game of our preseason tour, and I'm buzzing. The game started horribly, but we grew into it and we ended up with the victory. As always, if you're around here, make sure you like and you subscribe down below. I'm an Arsenal channel that posts a lot of football and Arsenal-related content all throughout the season and in the off-season. Everyone's on summer break, but I'm still here delivering the content. So as always, let's talk through the game. I'm going to talk through the players that stood out, the players that didn't quite stand out, and what I'm looking forward to in the new season. So yeah, we started the team actually with a lot of players that I thought would leave Arsenal. Of course, the preseason game, you're going to ring the changes. Basically, everyone that was on the bench is going to touch the field. But we had some players starting, the likes of Bellerin, Mari, Maitland-Niles, Reece Nelson. And I was thinking, are these players really going to stay at Arsenal? Because you're looking at them, they came back from loan, a lot of them. They've said openly they don't really want to stay at Arsenal. They want to find some game time elsewhere. So why are we playing them in pre-season? I thought the whole point of pre-season was to play the squad that we expect to start for us in the Premier League and Europa League. So we can bed them in, start getting some tactics sorted, fitness sorted. But we're playing these players that we're expecting to leave Arsenal Football Club. Bit of a strange one from me, but that was the only really negative point in terms of team selection. We played all the players that were available. A lot of players that still haven't come back from their holidays yet, the likes of Saka and Ramsdale, and Fabio Vieira unfortunately missed out due to injury. But yeah, we started horribly in terms of the game though. 2-0 down, conceded 2 goals literally back to back. Absolute screamer, the first one, although I will say that Matt Turner has to do better. Look, it's sad, confidence-wise, it's not great for a keeper to concede the goal and the goal that easily. It literally went in the middle of the goal, his shot. But it is what it is, man. He's going to learn. He's going to grow. It's his first game. I'm going to let him off a little bit. If we do sell Leno, though, Matt Turner has to turn up because the second string goalkeeper is big, man. It's a lot of responsibility. We've got a lot of fixtures next season. I expect him to play a lot of the games. Probably Europa League. Definitely some Carabao Cup games. He needs to get up to scratch and up to fitness very, very quickly. But yeah, in terms of the second goal, nothing much he could do. Just a brilliant finish across goal. It was defence more that just couldn't cover well. But it is what it was. Going into the second half, the main man, the guy I really wanted to see, Gabriel Jesus, came on the pitch, and it did not take him long to make an impact. I want to say a minute and a half, if that. Came on, ball across goal to Eddie Nketiah, who flicked it through to Jesus. Tight angle, but he's a world-class striker and rifles it into the top of the net to make it 2-1. 2-1 down, but still room for recovery, and that's exactly what we needed. And he was electric. As soon as he came on the pitch, he was at it. The whole point, he was chasing people down, making stuff happen, interlinking play with his other players. You can tell when you see a world-class player, you can see the way he plays on the football pitch. And that's Gabriel Jesus all over, man. Like, some of these players, you can tell that they're not quite at it, man, because they're just kind of letting the game come to them. They're just drifting around. Jesus got on the pitch and he had a mission. He was a man with action and with a mission, and he wanted to bring Arsenal back into this game. It's exactly what I want to see, pre-season or not. I want to see a player that cares every time, and he was exactly that player. Balogun also came on and looked decent, to be fair to him. He was looking really nice, getting some interlinking play. I'm a bit worried what's going to happen for Balogun, to be fair, because he signed his new contract, even though he wasn't expected to. I'm guessing in there he was assured some game time. If Eddie Nketiah signs his contract as well, what's going to happen then? I'm guessing Balogun might play in the Carabao Cup games, while Nketiah gets the Europa League games and Jesus gets the Premier League games. That's how I would do it. But of course, I'm not the manager. I don't know what Mikel's going to do. Another player that came on, Mr. Reliable, Mohamed Elneny, scored an absolute scorcher, man. Literally, he's got to patent this outside the foot shot. He does it every time. Every season, you're guaranteed at least 2 from him. It was a quality strike. A good 35 yards out. Rifled it into the far corner. Keeper had absolutely no chance, man. I don't think it could have gone any further into the side of the net. Unbelievable strike from Elneny, and I'm a big fan of him as well. He's never going to be a starter for this football club, I don't think. But he's a really good squad player, honestly. I think if he was at Liverpool or something, and he was coming on with like 10 minutes left to defend, I think he'd get a lot more props. But because he's at Arsenal and we're expecting him to be the next big thing, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's a great player, Elneny. He came in big for us last season when we lost Partey. He should never really start for the club, but he can be a great squad player. So yeah, that made it 2-2. Elneny straight away in the second half, just decent, man. Like, the first half was horrible, but that second half we bounced back instantly, exactly what I wanted to see. Got some fresh legs on it, made the big difference. We then came 3-2 ahead. I believe it was after about 12 and a half minutes into the second half. This was an own goal, unfortunately. I thought Gabriel Jesus netted his second, but it was a whip in, and it came off the defender's foot, not Jesus' head, into the back of the net. Goal line technology didn't need to be used, but he was cleared, but the ball was over the line before it was cleared by the defender, and that made it 3-2. The turnaround was complete. Then went on to 4-2. This time Nketiah received the ball, corner of the box, shot across goal, saved, but then back off the defender, cannoned into the back of net, and Jesus basically just set a pick for him to kind of screen him off, to let the ball roll into the back of the net. Jesus was a bit unselfish there. If I was him, I would have just whacked it in. I know he thought he was offside, but he wasn't offside on replay, and it came off defender and goalkeeper anyway, so I think it would have stood even if he touched it, and that would have been his second, which would have been his hat-trick, because he managed to score his fifth one. Another great goal, man. Near post finish, he's just quality at all that stuff. Just a clinical finisher, flicked it over the goalkeeper into the back of the net. They did pull one back, Nurnberg, off a great goal. I believe that they pulled one back at 4-2, but to make it 4-3. But it didn't mean much. Arsenal win 5-3 in an entertaining game in Germany. I guess the way we see it now is that we're moving on to the Florida Cup. We've got less than a month till the Premier League season starts, and we're going to have 5 friendlies in that time. This is our first one. The turnaround is quick. I feel like the Premier League season only ended about 2 weeks ago. It ended 6 weeks ago. But we need to bed in this squad, man. Hopefully on the Florida Cup, the likes of Saka and Ramsdale and those type of players, Odegaard, can join us for that, because they obviously weren't here for the Nuremberg game. But the main thing for me is we just need to get this starting 11 fresh. And we need to get these signings in as well, some extra signings fresh, because I want to hit the Premier League season. Like, we need to hit it at full speed. I don't want us to kind of like bed our way, feel our way into the season like we did last year. We kind of just started going into it. Our pre-season was the first 3 games of the Premier League last season, and we can't have that this year. We can't start 3 games behind like we did last year. We need to start on the front foot. Selhurst Park, tough game, but we need to start and attack that game. First thing, it's going to be a hostile atmosphere, but we've got the players to be Crystal Palace on paper. We have the players. We just got to make sure we implement our style and get the result. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe down below. I'm Why Football. As always, I produce a lot of football content specifically about Arsenal, and I hope to see you in the next video.